fun zone. It's the fun zone. Hey, everybody. My name is Nordista Freeze. Welcome back to Fun Zone. We are deep into season 2, and we've just had some crazy guests lately. And this is another crazy one. This is going to be really fun. This is my friend David Russell, David X, and a very talented artist, very prolific, and just an all-around inspiring personality. So let's get David X in here to the fun zone. David X?
With computer audio.
Yo, what's
Are you
up?
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear
I
you.
guess so. You just answered my question. So,
What's up, dude?
how you been?
Man, I was just saying I'm so excited to have you on here. I'm good, dude. Are you coming from New York right now?
This is live from New York City in David Russell's tiny apartment.
Whoa, is that like Minecraft behind you?
This is. I thought that it was a nice aesthetic to have, and it was the only photo that I had on my desktop at the time. And I thought that I'd
Whoa.
have like a nice warm like place to be.
It kind of looks like beans. You know what I mean?
I think that it is beans actually.
Oh, is that what you're making for dinner?
I've been cooking. I tell you what, man. I've had 2 cups of coffee, but I had nothing to eat, and so I'm like shaky.
Is that true?
This is true. This is the truth.
Dude, you need to
I'm
eat
like
something.
brr, and I was thinking about like, should I answer on my phone so I can like be cooking and talk to Freeze?
You could do that if you want.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see where it takes us.
Yeah, man, we got like an hour to talk about literally anything we want. This is our zone. This is our fun zone, dude.
This is the Freeze fun zone. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. How you doing? How was Thanksgiving? You were here in Nashville for a little bit, or Kingston at least, right?
Right. Well, I went into Nashville like every night. Definitely. Like, and I've been reading this Patti Smith book. I usually can't read. Like, I'm pretty dyslexic for the most part. Like, I'm really slow at reading. I didn't do that at all in elementary school, or like anything like that. And so I didn't start reading until like a month ago. And I've been reading this Patti Smith book because my friend Will McDonald, and there's a whole hoots like hoots of people I've met in the city that are like a little bit older than me, and they're like, I guess, know the city a lot better than I do. But Will McDonald bought me this book because I was explaining to him, what I've been going through with the city, and all that. And yeah, you've heard Charlie's been sleeping on the floor and stuff, and so he bought me this Patti Smith book, and it's definitely a really close representation of kind of something similar. And then I've just kind of like I got really into the way that she loves people and the way that she romanticizes certain aspects of like her relationships. Definitely, just generally all that's like her part of her life that she really puts a stress on is her relationships and building those relationships and making her art. And I think where I'm at in this book, hasn't even touched music really too much yet.
Wow.
She's just been touring around like the world with her sister or something after she saved some money from working at this big bookstore full time, and it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Is it called Just Kids?
It is Just Kids. I don't know if you read it.
I've not read it, but
Dude,
I think I have a copy of it on my shelf. I need to read it.
It's
My
so
friend
awesome.
lent it to me to read. I've had a bunch of people tell me it's really good, who don't even listen to Patti Smith, who are just like, this is a great book.
Well, I mean, she is kind of a problematic like artist. Like her catalog. I don't know if you've read any of the song titles and shit, but I haven't listened to her music either, except for like Because the Night that you would kill that song actually. But yeah, you would so kill that song. I can hear it now with all the dominant sevens. But yeah,
I love dominant sevens, man.
yeah, the new Freeze era has came, and he has brought 5 dominant sevens to the forefront. This is what we're using now.
Dude, were you making music while you were here with Hank? Is that what you said? And
I
Keller and
wanted
those
to.
guys?
So yeah, I saw. So Hank is one of the most reliable and dependable people here in the Nashville scene. This is a joke, but yeah, Hank's really good at answering his phone. But yeah, but I got a hold of Axel eventually, and turns out that Hank has ran away to Alabama to hang out with family on this holiday called like Thanksgiving or something like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that one, but yeah, he went to Alabama, but like 3 days prior, he called me. He's like, "Hey man, like I just heard like your album and like it's super sick. Like I love how autobiographical it is. And I was like, thanks, man. And he was like, yeah, man. Like I've been doing the same thing, and I've been self-producing. And like I'm on my skateboard with like my AirPods in and shit. And so like I'm just like flying on my boosted board. And I'm just like, oh yeah, man. Like yeah. And I'm yelling through like these alleyways in New York while everybody's just like, oh my god, it's this fucker again. But yeah, and so but yeah, Hank and I were talking about it, but we were trying to make a song, me, Axel, and Hank. So 3 of us. We're trying to make like a song in like a day and just put it out on Spotify.
That would be fresh, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it was gonna be cool, but yeah, then I don't know. He got busy, and then
What about Christmas?
We'll see how it goes. I don't want to make a Christmas song, that's for sure. Like that's like I feel like everybody this year released a Christmas song. Did you release a Christmas song?
No, I don't have one this year. I wish I did.
Well, you already had Christmas Dreams, and that song is already cemented into my life. I don't know if do we need 2 cements? I don't know.
I think it'd be cool to put out a Christmas song every year and then like have an album by the time I'm, like when I'm 40, just have like a 16-track album. Be like, here we go,
And so like, yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I
keep working on it my whole life, I don't know.
My friend Wyatt, my roommate in the city, he's not here at the moment. He's in Turkey or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, he released a whole record, or about to release a whole Christmas, like, yeah, I guess it's more of an EP. It's like 6 tracks, but he wrote all original Christmas songs.
Wow.
Dude, imagine that. Imagine being that much of a songwriter. Like, I can't do that. I taught him how to like play guitar and like taught him like the chord charts, like, like 1, 5, 6 minor 4.
Yeah.
I taught him, like 2s and 3s and how they're relative. And then I just found this PDF file on the internet I was like Googling a chord progression, right? It was like it's 1 3 major, like 4 4 minor. I've been using this chord progression like so often. I'll play it for you.
Yeah, sure. 1 3 major, 4 4 minor. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's like that one, and then it goes 4 and 4 minor. That's the one. And I've been using this chord progression. I just used it on one of Charlie's songs, like the "Don't You Say I Didn't Warn You." What's it like in California? Charlie Adams. I just used that on her. I just covered her song on my story.
Cool. But yeah, I didn't see that. That's awesome, dude.
Oh well, I just did it like literally 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
But yeah. And I was Googling this chord progression, and then I found a PDF file. Just like first link that came up was just this PDF file of chord theory and like all of that stuff. And I never learned anything about like ninth harmonies or not. I guess are there harmonies?
Like 9 chords.
Yeah, and 11ths and 13ths extended chord extensions. That has changed my game definitely as a guitar player.
Sure.
Recently. But yeah, and then I came up with this exercise as well for the pentatonic scale. It's like it's like, I think it's like very like almost Detroit Rock City Kiss like guitar solo-y.
Interesting.
And I've been trying to get like my fingers so like fast, and I'd like, because I don't know, man, like I've never been like the best guitar player, and here in New York, like there's not too much of a scene right now. Well, and I don't know, like as far as Mayor Freeze of the Nashville scene, like I don't think anybody can compete with that. Like that, the era of 2015 to now, even still. I mean, it's still rolling. It's still going good as well. Even through quarantine, still through the big scary. So.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Alive and well. But yeah,
I appreciate you saying that.
Well, and like it's at the end of the day, like I was talking to Paul Compton, Hank's dad, outside of the end. I don't remember if it was my show or Hank's show or whose show it was. Might have been Charlie's. It might have been Preston's. But anyway, and the fact that I can name off 4 artists that played the same venue around the same time of the year, you know what I'm saying? Like that is so cool. And that is like the furthest thing from a humble scene. Like, you know what I mean? We were so spoiled for so many years with all of these fantastic musicians that are below 18. You know what I mean? That was so crazy.
That was crazy.
I've moved here. It's not there's not the same type of pocket yet. Maybe it's in Williamsburg, maybe it's in Brooklyn. I'm in Manhattan. So like where like if you're
interesting.
If you're like damn good, you'd be here, I'd figure.
Yeah.
And so like because I was sleeping on an air mattress for like 3 weeks last week until I got a mattress from my mom. She sent me one finally.
No way.
And yeah, it's also a what do you call it, a full, so it's a little too big for my room. But,
Yeah.
yeah, and then my friend Joseph, I don't know if you ever met Joe, but he's
I don't think so.
he's an event he's an event photographer, so that's pretty sick.
That's cool,
Um,
dude.
yeah, here in the city, he's like doing like comedy shows, like rooftop comedy shows. That's how he's been getting by. He's out actually selling Christmas trees right now. True
Wow.
capitalist, true entrepreneur.
How
But
long have
yeah,
you how long have you been in New York now?
I think today or yesterday marks 9 months.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
Alone, dead out. I don't know anybody here. Still, I found a couple people now. This past like month, and then I've left to go back to Thanksgiving. So I kind of like I got thrown out of the circle for a little bit,
Yeah.
but because it's
Where are
that
you at?
fast.
Where are you at with the city? What are you thinking? Like 2021, you gonna stay for another year, or are you feeling?
Absolutely. Well, and the reason why is because I think especially 2021. Well, this past month, maybe 2 months. I don't know. You'd know better than I would with the text threads. But I'll send you over some shit I've made on Logic or GarageBand or somewhere in between the two. And so as far as 2021 goes, I think that it's going to be the last time I'm gonna definitely be an independent artist. Hopefully I'll be signed by the end of that.
Sweet,
Um,
dude.
and
That's awesome.
I want a Grammy. That's what I want. But yeah, by 2022 at the least, at the highest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that Phoebe Bridgers, her career is kind of what I've been looking to. I love her and all of her shit. I just fucking found her like 3 days ago, so I'm in a Phoebe Bridgers phase.
It's cool, dude.
I watched her Rolling Stones interview, and I was just like, I'm in love with this girl, and so nah. But yeah, I love her career. It's so sick. I mean, bro, I want to date Ryan Adams, and I want to write a song about him. So that's kind of where I'm at. So
Yeah, dude. Does Ryan Adams live in New York?
what is it? Does he live in New York?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't live in New York. He lives in LA, and he's an asshole there too.
Ah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
so
right. I don't know much about. Didn't he get canceled or something?
he's
I
definitely
really don't.
deserves
I don't
every
know any
bit
much
of
about him.
canceling he has gotten. I think,
Rats.
and I like Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker 2000 is what I call it.
Mm-hmm.
With "Come Pick Me Up" and a couple other tracks. Emmylou Harris was I think on that record as well. But
Wow, no way.
yeah, I think she sang on "Oh My Sweet Carolina." I don't know if you ever heard that song.
Have you met Emmylou?
No, oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe. That'd be cool.
That would be
Um,
cool.
the only celebrity I know would be who do I know? I think Keith Urban. I think
Really?
Keith Urban went to my grandma's birthday party or something.
No way. That's
I don't know.
crazy.
I
Keith
guess.
Urban seems sick, dude. So you're going to stay, you're saying at least for another year, let everything open up and try to like finish some new music to shop around the labels up
It's
here?
not, yeah. Well, and for one, I don't think it's gonna be at the lease. I think this is my home. I finally got this new apartment with my friend that I went to preschool with, and Wyatt, my first friend I made in the city as well. We just signed a new lease. So at the lease, we're staying here till next October.
Wow,
But I
okay.
think that this is definitely where I am, where I'm going to be. And I think that I've already thought it through. Am I going to raise my kids here? Hell yeah, because the opportunity here, it's too good to pass up. Like it's too good that I wouldn't want the same thing for my kid. And because I
Right.
feel like it's at the end of the day, like it is like if you make it here, you've made it. Period.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
so yeah, and also like New York to me it's where it's been my dream. It's also like that community, that small town vibe is alive and well. This island's only 22 miles, and so like I've already been called the friendliest guy in New York City for like 8 months straight. And
Wow.
I'm the Wonderwall kid. I got punched. I've been robbed. I've been threatened in my
You've
apartment.
been punched, robbed, and threatened in your apartment?
Yeah, that's why I left my apartment originally.
What? Someone broke in?
No, nobody broke into my apartment, but I've been threatened in my apartment, on a stairwell, for
Man,
playing Wonderwall. But yeah, and so, um, the whole New York experience. But yeah, and so,
gosh, man.
somebody tried to steal my David Russell guitar. normal shit. Have you seen that thing?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
It's
it's fucking sick.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my grandma, so that was cool. Like
Should
all
I move
Star
to New
Wars.
York?
What?
Should I move to New York? I mean, should
I
everyone
would
do that?
love it if you were to. That'd be so cool. I would house you for sure. You can sleep on my couch, and you can.
Thank you, man.
I can humble you out. Not humble you out. You're already humbled out. But you know what I'm saying. I'll put you through the ringer. You can sleep on the. You can sleep wherever. Nordista Free's been sleeping on my floor. I'll change the song to that. But I think so.
What
Why not?
opportunity is there that's not in Nashville, or like what feels like it makes more sense up there
The
for you?
sheer population density is alone unbeatable. The fact that I can go out at midnight and get a 50, 60 person crowd off of an acoustic guitar with no PA system singing my songs that I wrote is beats Broadway in spades, I think.
Yeah.
I've been able to pay rent just by busking.
Are
And
you
so,
serious?
yeah. And so
Holy moly! How
now
much do you busk?
every day, all day. I mean, you can see my finger.
Dude, what on earth? Your
I mean,
finger's black
I know. Well, that's not black. That's blood. That's a dried blood blister.
from
That's
playing.
all I do is I play music, and that's all it. In at the end of the day, I think that New York is all about extremes. It brings your if you have like your best quality or your worst quality, it will bring that to the extreme. What I found is that I work really fucking hard, and I like to talk to people, and I like to build relationships, and that is what my music is about, and has
Yeah.
nothing to do with performance. Has nothing to do with with how clever this line is, or if my record beats this guy's record. It's definitely about community and friendship, and that's what Nashville. Well, not even Nashville, because I don't want to credit that. To me, it directly was you, really. I think, and because that's what
Word.
you did, and you realized from the get go. You're just like, I think that we need a team, we need a family, and you built that, and with Freeze Fest and with all the other events. Uh, and inspiring what I did with my fucking high school, with just some boony ass kids that smoke pot. You know what I mean? Like, and that's who
Talking about Saltfest.
Saltfest, and or turning the filling station into something that I can invite my friends to, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I invite Johnny to, and
Right.
so that's
I,
cool. And
straight
like
up, dude.
Kristen
That was
Maroney
tight.
pulled through, and I was like 16, 17, listening to my songs. I was like, yeah, you know what, man, I fuck with your songs. That type of shit is the reason why I play, for
Yeah.
sure. And that's what I found out.
So what? Well, first off, and I appreciate you saying that. I definitely feel like we share a similar thing there with like community and just an understanding of like that is. I don't know. It just makes the most sense as a way to grow like your art is like through community and like through having. I don't even know how to explain it, even though it's what I believe in so much. But I feel like we definitely share that sentiment. What you describe about New York is what makes it really attractive to me. I would love to go up there and just like
You would kill it, dude. So there's this
work
band
hard
called
and
the
meet
Pink
people.
Clouds. There's this band. I hate to interrupt you, but
No, you're
I have to
good.
tell you so fast. You would kill it. Nobody's here that would. There's one person that I know, the Pink Clouds. They're similar to you. They're similar to your energy, and they're similar to your style. Not your style, not your songwriting style, for one. That's not true. Your Bob Dylan, though, it those influences ring so much louder here. They ring so much louder here. Those
Interesting.
like 5-part harmonies that you guys have with you and Grant and Trevor and all that. Is Trevor singing now? I think I saw that, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that fucking
Trevorson.
crazy, dude? Again, nobody does that like Nordista fucking Freeze. Nobody pulls people out and keeps them in there. And you've had that same band, the same circuit. I think I heard you talking on the other show, talking about how like some guys flake out. Your guys never do. Your guys have never done that. Like, I mean, like I use the Nashville guys, like the Nashville musicians, like Keaton and Axel and
Yeah.
Hank and JP, and I use all those guys. But your band has always been your band. For the most part.
Yeah, right.
If it wasn't them, it's at least Grant.
Yeah.
And now I think I remember at the end, like 2 years ago, maybe now. I think it might have been you and Bo Turrentine or something. You played guitar for Grant.
Yeah, yeah.
What a crossover! What a crossover event.
Totally,
Anyway,
dude.
I don't remember what I was. Oh, Pink Clouds. Nobody's solid like that. And nobody's solid like you guys have. Nobody's got a pocket, and I think it might be a Nashville pocket, like the way that Nashville almost beats us down to having those tight bands, and we have some weird high standard for some reason. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, New York is a grunge city. New York is about about energy. Always been. And you'll feel that type of vibrance when you do get here. And because I think that, you know, at least from what I understand, you've already thought it through. But yeah, and if and when you do get here, you'll know, you'll feel it. It's a different thing entirely. And like,
Right.
it's definitely like, Nashville also doesn't have like that much of it doesn't feel as artistic sometimes. And it's because of the threat. Like the threat of almost for me, and maybe it's a, like, whether that's vanity or ego, it doesn't have, I've too, like, it's so much of a fallback. It feels like a fallback. Nashville does sometimes, because like, you know, I have a place to sleep every night. I have so many friends and family here. What if I didn't try my hardest every damn day? What was the point? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I was working at UPS for a year. I was unloading trucks for the year. And everybody, I got another call. I digress. But
Here in
yeah.
New York?
What?
You were doing that here in New York?
No, I did in Nashville. I wouldn't. If I did that shit in New York, why would I be here? You know what I mean? I came here to make art.
Right.
This guy, my friend Bill Sony, he's from Nashville. He just DM'd me or messaged me on, messaged me. He's saying he's coming down from LA. But yeah,
that's sweet, dude.
so, but
Dude,
yeah, anyway.
yeah. I mean, the music that's made in New York seems different in a pretty inherent way. It's like, you know, I was pretty intimidated about playing New York, and now,
Why?
because like you said, if you make it in New York, you make it anywhere. So about a year or two, you know, once I finally started booking New York, like for real, like full band, I think I've played maybe twice now, and both times were like truly incredibly successful. Like people really liked it, and I was amazed because I was like, man, I'm sure they have the best bands, you know, up here. What are you saying?
What venues did you play?
Let me pull it up on my Google Doc. So let's see. But yeah, like it seems like there was a really high response for it. And then after one of the shows, we were given a band a ride back, and they were like, had all their gear, and they're like, oh, can you stop by our storage, you know, or like our practice space, right? And so we helped them unload all their gear to the practice space. And I was like, dude, I totally get it why every other band on the bill tonight had like so much more like software in their music, so much more like beats and synths and stuff, because it would make way more sense to make music in your bedroom in New York. Obviously you can't, it's got to be incredibly hard to like have a full band and practice. Like their practice space was so small, and they all have to contribute so much money to like play there and stuff. I just thought that I was like, I totally get why there's like more solo artists and more electronic music being made, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, so now with the city, I happened to really luck out on Craigslist one time, and I met a guy named Ira. He's like a super old drummer guy. He's an old head. I still want your venues, by the way. I want to know.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up on my phone.
I'll tell you the way that how close is that to me now and stuff like that. I digress. Ira, he has there's a building called the Music Building. It's next to Times Square. Ira has a pretty decent sized rehearsal studio, and I think it's only like $1,100 a month, which is really good for New York.
Wow.
It's probably cheaper now. It's probably a hell of a lot cheaper now. Well, also money, you make a lot more money here too, by the way. Like you make like $20 an hour is like minimum wage. And like my friend Joseph's selling Christmas trees and making like $30 an hour plus tips. Like, and so he's making $200 a day just sitting on the sidewalk.
It's like a different currency up there.
It is. And art is a currency here. That's the fucking difference, dude. I hate to swear, but that's the difference. Is art is such a currency here, and like it's such a real currency. And like you making those paintings, I hate to break it to you, dude. If you sell that shit in Washington Square, off the fucking walls, people already will know you. It's a family here. There's 300 people that go there. It's like fucking school. And like they're gonna know who you are. They'll be like, oh yeah, man, Freeze, this is a guy, and they're gonna listen to your music and pay $50 for your paintings.
Wow.
That's just a print. Like they'll buy the print, and then you can sell the fucking canvas for $300. Right. And like
that's crazy. You really think so? I feel like it'd be even more intimidating up there.
You alone inspired me to do the same fucking thing.
Let's go.
That's what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing the same shit, dude.
Dude, it's like only halfway showing up because of the green screen.
It's not good, but yeah.
That's cool, dude. You've been painting?
Yeah, well, not even. It's not my thing. I'm just a storyteller, dude. Like, I'm just
Right.
here to tell stories. And that painting is Charlie sleeping on my floor, and it's a story to me. And so that's why I'm selling that
Cool.
shit. And I'm gonna sell it for $2,000. Fuck it. And
That's
like,
sick,
because
dude.
to me, my stories are worth everything because it's me, it's my life. And
Yeah.
so like, and people will feel that, and they know that here, and they know that here. That's the big difference between New York and Nashville. Nashville doesn't fucking get it, man. They don't give a fuck about you until you hit 40K or 8 million Spotify listeners or some bullshit like that.
Whoa. Yeah, you
Like,
really think so?
that's the way I feel about it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I fucking feel about it. That's just me, but not even just me. I think that's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people that quit in Nashville. A lot of people that quit say that.
Why is that? Why is Nashville not as supportive, you think? Do you know? Do you have any idea?
It's easy to book. You're easy to get a show. So that's that. I don't think that it's the people. It's the audience doesn't love it as much. People respect it. It's a different art is not a currency here.
Yeah.
Art's not as respected. And I'm not here. Art's not a currency in Nashville.
I
And it's
would
not
I
as
would agree with
respected.
that. The people like the shows I go to at the Cobra or something, I thought surely it'd be the same way in New York. And when we played in New York, which I found the venues, which I'll tell you, but when we played in New York, people are dancing, people are digging it, and it was like, what?
And it's
This,
normal. It's normal to do that shit here. Like in
yeah,
Nashville, people like that's what I did in every fucking show, and I was the only fucking one doing it sometimes. Who
yeah,
gives a fuck? And
exactly.
like,
That's true. That's true.
and you know what I'm saying?
You'd
Like
be on the front row, David X on the front
every
row.
fucking
Always.
night,
Yeah,
every fucking night. And I still, and now I'm on the first bench all fucking night playing
yeah,
fucking whatever Wonderwall, The Killers, or a lot of my songs. And that's how I make ends meet here. And it just isn't the same in Nashville. Like they just
yeah,
don't care. And that sucks, dude. That
yeah.
sucks so bad. And also like because that can get in like I'm glad that I'm so narrow-minded and the arrogance of what I have like and it's almost a character. You know what I mean? At this point, like it became a character almost at that point. Like I felt like this, you know what? It's a fucking movie and I'm going to be I want to be a rock star at the end of this fucking movie.
Straight
I
up, dude.
and I don't give a fuck how blind or how blissful or how what's the opposite of bliss? It's just
I don't
ignorance.
know.
Ignorance is the opposite of bliss, right? Or the same. It's the same spectrum. It's synonymous. How ignorant it seems and how immature it seems. It's just like I talked to my mom not last night, a week ago, not even a week ago. It was 5 days ago, 3 days ago, and it's just like, dude, like my own fucking mom doesn't want me to play music anymore, and it's just like, and it's crazy because how close I am now versus how far away I was and how far the top
Wow.
is from me. The line and Charles been sleeping on the floor. It's so crazy on how the top isn't that fucking far here. And in Nashville, it's the ceiling is too low. It's not, and like the ceiling's too low, and the climb is too fucking rough, dude. It's too heavy. Like that's such a
Mm.
great metaphor. That's the caffeine talking. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like this, yeah, the climb is too heavy for what and for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think
Or
so.
unless you're like unless you are super talented, like Savannah Conley, like super talented, makes really fucking good music. But at the end of the day, she doesn't even have enough of a like of what she deserves. You know what I mean?
She does
Like
deserve more. Yeah.
she's just as fucking good as Phoebe Bridgers, and Phoebe Bridgers got 4 Grammys this year.
And I feel like, and Savannah, she is incredibly talented, but she also had a little bit of like a connection for like to start, and it's still. So I mean, it's not even like
It doesn't that shit doesn't help, man. I'm like it
You don't
doesn't.
think so?
No, it's your fucking work ethic. It's your work ethic. That's what inspires me. Fuck who do you fucking know? My grandma is fucking the country music legend. It
Yeah.
doesn't fucking matter unless you make good art and you give a fuck about it. And like it has to be your everything. And I would say that yeah, Nordista fucking Freeze is the only guy that has made you change your fucking name, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's
Thank you, dude.
not
For real.
like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
and that type of effort is only New York City. Like only New York City you can do that, or maybe LA. But LA's fake. Everybody's fake as fuck. So who gives a fuck about LA? That's my East Coast talking now. But yeah, and so yeah, I don't know, man. It's such a different like such a different field and such a different
Yeah.
I guess respect for music, and that's the biggest difference. I said on my boosted board, I talk a lot to myself about music theory. I will talk about music theory to myself while I'm going down fucking the street, and I was doing the math. And at some point I said, that's the difference between Nashville and New York. And I was talking about numbers and 3 majors and some shit. And like in that 3 major 7. And for some reason I just said that. And like, it's just like, cause Nashville doesn't give a fuck about like how much thought I put into my songs, or, like, or how long it took to get this certain sound. And like New York, like people, they don't know anything about music. And obviously the musicians don't even know shit about music. Nobody knows the chart system. Nobody gives a fuck about the chart system. Nobody cares about improv, or like nobody even wants to play with you. They just want to listen to you. That is so awesome. Nashville, everybody's trying to fucking play with you, or they just don't want to care, or they don't give a fuck about you and just try to like drink at your shows. You know what I mean?
Like a social event.
Yeah. And like New York's such an art. It's so awesome.
That's really interesting, man. Because my impression, one reason why I've never really wanted to move to New York is mainly my friends who have moved there have pursued acting, but my perspective is that they move there, rent is so high that they have to work this job the whole time, and then like a few years, a year or two go by, and I'm like, man, I don't know if it doesn't seem like you're accomplishing as much as you could somewhere else. You know what I mean? And like I've always been afraid because if I know that if I moved to New York, I would have to get a job, and then I would I'm just afraid I would become just a tiny cubicle in the big city.
Yeah, you wouldn't, for one. You just don't, because you have too much of a catalog. You again, art is a job here. That's the fucking difference. Is that like, and people will see that. And if you explain it to them, if you again, like let's say hypothetical, Nordista Free sets up a table at Washington Square. Washington Square is the epicenter of the community of New York. If you set up a table there and you play your music on a fucking Bluetooth speaker, dude, and you have a thing that says independent musician, like, please, like, independent musician looking for support, maybe a couch, dude, you're going to have a family by the end of the day. And
Wow.
like that's that. It's like, I've met Nick Soprano, one of my I call him my boss. He takes me out to lunch every day. I have a full fridge of groceries now thanks to that guy. And
Wow.
like, dude, people take care of you here. And like, it's a different thing. And also like, I'm glad that I'm glad that definitely that I've had the support I've had before I left, before I left to New York. It's a different type of, but it pushes your art, man. It pushes your psyche, and it makes you realize, how bad do you want this? I've been punched in the face, and I've been told that I'm going to die tonight. And I said, I don't, honestly, if I die right now, because I was fucking playing my ass off for some fucking song, Wonderwall, what it was, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, at least I was fucking trying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Versus like me dying in my fucking Forerunner on the I-40, you know what I mean? I could give a fuck less. And I was like, man, and then my homeless friends grab the guy by the hair of the head, pull him out, and they drag him into a bush. I think they ate him, honestly. And so like, it's not about, it's definitely like, whether that's like a God thing or, me just being an asshole, like it's either way, dude. Like, New York's a family. New York's a small town. New York's really, really a small town. At the end of the day, people care about you here. And Nashville is too big. It's too wide and too cliquey. It's too Franklin. It's too, it's too Lebanon. It's too East Nash, West Nash, Belmead or Bellevue. Oh, you're from Bellevue? Fuck you. Or you live in the boondocks? I'm not going to drive out there. Dude, it's 20 minutes. What else are you going to be doing tonight? You're going to be smoking pot all night. You know what I mean? You got $15? Oh, man, I just spent my $15 on some other shit. I don't want to pay for your show. Right. Can I get it for free? No. Like, what?
Right. So what are you planning on doing like in the coming season? Like what's
a world fucking domination freeze.
Yeah, what's that gonna look like? Are you still gonna be paying your rent busking in 2021? Or are you gonna
my rent is pretty low now. It's $1,000 a month.
Nice. That's pretty good here.
Yeah, that's so good. My room's massive now versus my tiny apartment, which is I just said out of like regurgitation. We're coming live from my tiny apartment. My house is pretty fucking big now. Yeah, I love that, and it's 2,800 in the heart of Manhattan. I have my best friends are here. We have an extra room, by the way. and right now it's my other roommate who makes a lot more money than his dad makes a lot more money than my dad does. So he has 2 rooms. And so we have an extra room. And since you're a fucking legend, I say you go on a fucking take it. It's like $600, $500. I digress. Has no closet, so make it work. But that shit will drive you to fucking make shit. Like, you're gonna be like, fuck it. Like, I gotta fucking do this.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. Like, that is so cool. Like, maybe like life is a fucking sport to me, maybe. I don't know. And like, I love the challenge of that type of thing. I don't like, I'm not one for math or for, or through sitting through school. And that's hard. That's hard stuff to do. That's why I want to find like a lawyer wife or something to be sick. I digress. But yeah. And so like, I respect that stuff, and all my friends down in Chattanooga, they're awesome. And those are the people I make my movies for. And like, I make my vlogs or whatever. That's who I make those for. And so like, and that's a challenge within itself. And it's a hell of a lot harder on your brain, I guess, than what I'm doing. But this is real school. Like, this is real life. You'll learn so much about yourself and more so about others. And you'll learn how to love people just from talking to them for 5 minutes. You don't know who the hell they are, but giving them respect and shaking their hands and doing what you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so cool. I love this town.
That's cool, man. This is really awesome to talk to you about this, because this is a really interesting and fresh perspective on New York, man. I'm glad you're telling me about this. This is cool.
Go. You should do it. What are you doing? You got nothing better to do. Well, no, you got a lot of shit better to do, but you can come vibe with me instead.
I am live from my family's house, so I'm rentless right now. Like, I don't pay rent. I'm just making stuff down here. So to me, that's been the best thing for this season for quarantine. But I don't know what the future holds. I just kind of take it maybe 4 weeks at a time. You know what I mean? Kind of just.
And like, man, and I literally like, and I find myself doing that a lot. Like, living day by day or by routine, not scheduled, by routine. And I think that I don't know, man, I'm a hell of a lot younger than you, and I'm a lot dumber than you. You've driven around this whole country. But I always say, at least to myself, is I want to live so intentionally every fucking minute. And I want everything to be so consequential, and for everything to because everything happened. I don't like that everything happens for a reason, or it's all just a plan. I hate that shit. Everything happens because you make shit happen, and I don't do the whole manifestation shit. I'm just fucking dedicated, and for me to, if I get up. Today I got up pretty late, but today I slept like in 4-hour shifts for 3 days straight. And I slept for, I was up for this many hours, and then I'd play guitar and try to figure out all these different scales and patterns and exercises to where I can play faster and play more accurately. And, why am I doing a vibrato on this note? It doesn't make any sense. And like shit like that. And this is like at 3 a.m. till 6, and then I'll go to sleep, and then I'll wake up and it's 9, and then I'm just like, okay, well, it's 9 o'clock. I should go get coffee. And then I go to coffee, and then I see Nick Soprano, and we talk about music and art, and he's like, hey man, I got you a gig with this guy. And I was like, okay, well, that's awesome. And then I go back to sleep, and then I wake up and I scale again, or I produce, or I get on the phone with Freeze, or you know what I'm saying? And like, and it's, I guess. And not to, like, of course, this is not insulting at all, but like, I hate that you're not living intentionally right now. Like, that's not even advice. I don't know more than you. I'm dumb. I'm really fucking stupid. I live in New York City, and it's fucking coronavirus central. Like, I'm stupid, but like, I would take life by the fucking horns, dude. And like, you fucking drive that bull wherever the hell you want to. Because like because at the end of the day, life is a fucking bull, and it will try to throw you wherever. This is all off the dome, caffeine. But and take that shit by the fucking horns. I don't know.
I definitely want to take it by the horns. I just don't know if moving is the best way to take it by the horns. Like, it's hard for me to figure out, because like, if I'm here right now, like, I don't necessarily want to be living in suburbia, but it's like, if this is the way that I can wake up and like make the most music in my day, and like make a podcast and paint and do my French lessons and read and all that,
So cool.
But I don't know. Like, I definitely agree. Like, I feel that I want to work as hard as I can. That's why I tour so much. I mean, because tour is the ultimate grind. It's miserable in a lot of ways, but it's also incredibly satisfying and fun. And it's just, it's like, I don't know. It's everything to me. I miss it like crazy, you know? What you thinking?
I think, at least for me, I don't know. Like I loved moving. I loved it.
Yeah.
You have how many times have you moved?
In like
Life,
cities,
life, yeah. Like yeah, or
I'm,
yeah. I guess like schools, cities, yeah.
I mean, I've lived in like 7 different houses, but I've always been in Nashville.
I don't know, man. It's something to think about. Like that's
Yeah.
something to really think about. Is like, I mean, at the end of the day, and also like to think that you don't have the opportunity to go, it's just not fucking true. David Russell fucking told you can sleep on his couch and
Yeah.
or fucking get a mattress. I've got another room. I don't give a fuck. I'll bunk bed with you. But like you do, and I don't give a and I don't care about money or rent or whatever. Fuck it. Who cares? As long as you're making good art, fuck it. But yeah, and so like
You think I'd be more productive in New York than I would be in Nashville, though? That's the thing. I want to be the
there's no
most
other way to
productive.
go. You have to. It's your life now. You've done it. You like what are you gonna do? Be like what are you gonna do? Prove them right and like you know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. It's like I don't want you to be able to go on your like. I don't want like you to be able to sit in the car, and my song comes up on shuffle, and you're just like, damn, he had a good run. I would fucking hate that. I want you to
Yeah.
put that shit on and be like, this is my favorite fucking song, and I'm so glad I got the recognition it deserved. That's what I
Right.
want you to fucking say. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like always pushing. But I don't know, man. Like, I might fucking burn out and like that, and I might fucking fall on my face, and that really fucking blows. At least I
I don't
fucking
know, man. I don't think you're going to. I think you're doing really good.
we'll see.
I'm proud of you, man. I think you're working really hard. I think you're doing everything it takes.
There's literally nothing else I can do. Like
Yeah.
the only thing I do is work as hard as fucking possible, and it sucks because like I went home for Thanksgiving, and I get told that I can't say that, but like do I have like am I fucking was I born with a brain problem is what my parents said to me. Like they
Right.
were questioning my fucking intelligence because of how dead set I guess is the best way to say it, but I'm like I don't know, is it vanity, is it something like is it a delusion at the same time?
Right.
And so that's why I'm just like, fuck it. I need to get on Freeze's show, and I need to talk about this. And I need to get my fucking like, I need to make Nashville be like, fuck it, like it's David fucking Russell. I bought the fucking domain for it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At the end of my show, because somebody said it's David fucking Russell, and I bought the domain, and like that. But like when I bring that energy back into Nashville, not even Nashville, but back to my house, like it's so dismissive and it's so different.
Yeah.
So
Why is
different.
that? Because your family is around musical success. Do they not
I know.
understand
Well,
that? I mean,
from one success story, and my mom did really well as well, but they just don't respect their own careers because nobody respects their career in Nashville. I think if it's up to me,
interesting. Yeah.
if I'm calling the shots, I'm stupid. I'm stupid though.
No,
So like,
there's something to that, though. I mean, like the fact that everyone
yeah.
does music, maybe people don't affirm each other enough. You know what I mean? Because, like I said,
Well,
like it did feel good when I played in New York, and I was like, people are dancing, and I was like, this is the big city. Like this is the final boss level. Is like playing a show in New York. I thought, you know, but it was a piece of cake. Everybody loved it. We
yeah.
were
Well, dude,
there. You're
there's
playing in
50
Nashville.
million. Yeah. What was the venues?
Okay, so
So
first
that.
time I played an apartment show, like a rooftop apartment, and then
Where? What part?
I honestly don't know. That was so long ago. I don't even have it written down. I think it was in Brooklyn. Um,
Brooklyn, Manhattan. Do you know?
I think that one was in Brooklyn.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, and then I played a year ago in November. I played at the Saloon, which is in Bushwick. It's like a DIY spot.
Yeah. Okay.
And then in 2019, I played at Rubalad. I don't even know where that is. It's like a crazy DIY like warehouse space. And then I played at Alphaville. If you've heard of that.
Alphabet City, maybe? Is that where that is?
Do what?
Is it in Alphabet City? I guess you wouldn't.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I played
Let's
at
see.
Alphaville as well, like that same night, I think, or maybe the night before.
Alphaville, Wilson Street. Oh, this is Brooklyn. Okay. See, look at this. Oh, whoa. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off my thing. You'll see my dirty room.
Oh,
It's all.
snap.
It's all good. No, I just have stuff on my bed. It's like guitars and shit. Productive things. Okay. Where's it at? Backgrounds. None. Okay. See, this is where you were. This is where I live. This is where shit happens. I guess this might be fucking history. You never know. Like I might be telling you, you're gonna be a fucking legend. So this is where you were. This is where shit happens in this town. This is downtown Manhattan. This is the West Village. This is where your idol lived, Bob Dylan. He's fucking here. He slept behind a fucking kitchen stove, right? At a restaurant, didn't he?
I don't know.
That's what I do, right? That first one thing I know, it's gonna be artist autobiographical trivia. But yeah, and so dude, like Manhattan's where it's at. Manhattan is where it happens. Like that's like the rhyme, right? Yeah, and I don't know if that's
it's interesting. I feel like Brooklyn is where it happens. That's what I always hear. Like
Brooklyn is Nashville, dude. It's Nashville.
What do you mean?
The city's Manhattan. Like Brooklyn's a town. Like Brooklyn's like the suburb.
Interesting, really.
I think. Well, I don't know. I mean, I came to the city and I stayed in Brooklyn my first 4 days. When I first stayed in New York, I was with Jackie, and me and her were touring on Date Night. Date Night was that single I had. Jackie.
Who's Jackie?
Jackie's my ex-girlfriend from senior year. But that was the first time I went to New York. Me and her, we stayed in this super shitty Airbnb in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. It's a bad part of town. Well, it's okay, but it's a bad part of town comparatively to anything in Manhattan. But yeah, and so then we took the ferry over. So I did this radio show. It was fun. It wasn't as cool as I thought it was gonna be. And then me and Jackie, we took the ferry over to Wall Street. And Wall Street, have you been to Wall Street?
No.
Gotham City, dude. Gotham City. That is when I was just like, I gotta move here. Like this is what it is. Like this is where I wanted when I was a kid. I was like, because I wanted to be a fucking rock star. And I want to be, and like, I don't care if I lived in a closet that, at least my rent's $300, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about your rent. It's not about what your house looks like. You're never going to be there anyway. You, of all the people in the world, you're going to be the park and you're going to run the park. Like, I know that because I know your personality. And I know that that's what would happen. You would take over Washington Square. They're going to rename it Nordista fucking Freesville. And so, yeah. And so, like, that's what would happen. And, like, I don't know. That's for me, like, when I first saw Wall Street and I first walked Fulton Street, and when I walked down Water Street and I saw those, like, I saw that fucking thing that I saw on Tony Hawk's Underground when I was a kid, and I used to skate that spot all the time. And like now I fucking have a skateboard, and me and my fucking roommate, we go down there all the time now. It's real. Right. It's all, and it's, for me, it's a dream come true. And for you, I think it's the dream that I don't know if that you knew that you had. And like, and it's a family that I don't think that you've tapped in yet.
Yeah.
I think it's a different market, and this market's the biggest market in the world.
Right.
Other than London, I think right now. But London's pretty big. Like London, like the actual mass of it is big.
London's crazy, yeah.
I wish I went. I don't know. I'm thinking about it because they love music too. And like they love music.
That would be crazy if you went to London, dude.
They're gonna be like, finally, somebody speaking on fucking with our accents, and I'll be like, thank you guys. I knew that I always sang with an English accent. That's what, dude. Phoebe Bridgers hit different when she said that. Did you hear that?
No, what'd she say?
She in Motion Sickness. She's like, why do you sing with an English accent?
Whoa.
I know, dude. I was like, dude, me and Phoebe are the same. I'm in love with it.
Does she live in New York?
No, she lives in LA.
Interesting.
But
have you ever been to LA?
What?
Have you been to LA?
For the Grammys one time.
What? Cool.
No. It was my grandma's. It had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Just the family thing. Like I was like accepting the award because I'm I'm the Jedi. I'm Luke Skywalker, and she's.
Did you go up there and accept the award like with her? Were you like there?
No. They did. We actually lost, I think, but that was the goal. But yeah,
dude, that was the goal.
For David Russell to accept the award, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, right. What's I mean, dude, we don't have to talk about this whole time, but yeah, I mean, you were talking about family a lot, and like, what is there any other like thoughts on that, like your relationship with like being so close to like success with your like in your family, but like
It's poetic.
then you're in New
Honestly,
York and just
it's
like grinding
poetic.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
just
like what you just said, as I said, is poetic. I don't know if I wasn't interrupting you. I was just my ad lib in your freestyle. But
oh, you're
yeah,
saying what I said was poetic.
right. It's
Yeah,
poetic. Like you saying that, like, well, how close you are to success, yet you're grinding out in New York. Why? Why? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that was the shock to me. Well, not the shock. It wasn't a shock to me at all. It's not like I had a rug pulled out from under me. It's just me realizing that nobody had a fucking plan. Like, nobody had a fucking plan for what I was doing. Nobody knew. Nobody knew why. Nobody
right.
knew how. Well, they knew why because that's what David wants to fucking do. But nobody knew how he was gonna do it.
Yeah,
And that was the question. That was the last thing I asked my mom before I went back just this week. I was like, what was the plan? Where did you want me to be? 10 years ago, 5 years, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I was supposed to sign up for college, what was the goal? Like, did you want me to go to school? Like, because my parents didn't fill out the FAFSA. We didn't do that. Like, that's not like some, like, that doesn't sound like the story you hear from somebody that anybody with success is like, Loretta Lynn has success. Like, yeah, but like, it's nobody taught me. Like, but like, Loretta Lynn has success, and my grandma has success. My Mima has success. That girl's just my grandmother, and like, that girl's just some girl I took care of when I was 17 when she had a stroke, and I lived with. Like, after that, like, I moved out of my house and I moved in with her. That's what she is. She's a hard worker, and she worked her ass off. But she had a little team. She had her husband. He wasn't perfect either, but he was a hard worker. And my mom, she learned a lot from her mom and her dad. But to me, those same skills didn't transfer over in the same way that I don't think that my mom would have hoped for.
yeah.
And that was what I asked. Like, what was the plan? Like, did you want me to go to school? What did you like? Because I fantasize every day about what I want my kids to be, what I want my kids to look like, their names are, their jobs. Like, what was the plan for what did she want me to do? Like, did you like? And then she was like, well, man, if you don't want to play music, like, maybe music's not for you. And I was just like, man, I'm like, I gotta get my jacket. I'm heading the fuck out of here because this is bullshit. Like, who the fuck says that? I was like, man, I got 3 fucking albums and I'm 20 years old. You had like 8 before you graduated high school on like Bandcamp or whatever under your other alias. And like, that's the shit I care about. It's like, I want to talk to a storyteller and somebody who push it and persevere, not somebody who's gonna tell me to fucking quit. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't. That's so frustrating, man. I, I don't even know what to say to that. You know, like
It's not even frustrating. It's just exactly. It's exactly what the reason why I left.
right.
Spoken
Right.
to me,
Totally.
back to me. The reason
I
why
get
I
it.
moved out of my mom's house the first time when I was 17. It's
Yeah.
like the rest of the reason why. And I moved to my grandma. And my grandma doesn't teach these things because she didn't want it. She didn't want success. She just wanted to write a fucking song, dude. She just
Really.
wanted it. She just wanted to chill out and have a family and
So
then but
success
dude,
just found her, and so you feel like it
no,
doesn't.
dude, fucking push her. He pushed her to her limits. You know what I'm saying?
Do
Dude, her
you
husband.
do you feel like you are when you think about your family and you think about your narrative and your story? Do you
Yeah.
feel like you're a counter, meaning like like the opposite, like something that you were a part of, you are like the opposite of, like yin yang, or do you think it's more like you are just on your own journey? Your grandmother was on her own journey, your parents are on their own journey, and now you have to like you're in New York, so you have to find it for yourself.
It's a
You think it has
harmonious
any
and poetic
context?
misunderstanding, I think, between me and my family. And it's a miscommunication, and it's something that was lost in translation from 1970 to 2000. Something changed, man. Something changed, whether that was management or like whoever did something about what my grandma meant to the industry, to the world, to my family. Something changed, man. And I think it's a like I said, like it's poetic for real.
Yeah.
And for me, it's definitely like I, I would think that I would dare to say, and it's some asshole shit. Me and my grandma are the only 2 artists from my family. Artists. somebody that tells their story autobiographically,
Hmm.
somebody that I sit out and I'll play on the bench every night for hours. I'll sit out and I'll play on the bench every day for hours. And nights can turn into days. And I've seen the sunrise too many times that I should be doing that. You know what I mean? It's 36 degrees outside, and I was playing with my homeless friend Justin because he wanted to learn a Chris Stapleton song. And so I taught him how to play.
That's cool.
That type of effort I've never seen from anybody from anybody that in Nash, or like anybody that like it's just not there, except for my grandmother. Dead ass. Like she put in the work, and she didn't even know she was doing. That's so cool. It's so sick. And it's so crazy how innocent Loretta Lynn was. And like whatever narrative you guys want to like pull, whatever not you guys, but like whatever blog you guys want to pull, not you guys again, but like whenever pull somebody, like whatever it is, that she's just a fucking girl and always has been.
Yeah.
And like that's the girl that I know. And
right.
So like she's not she's a rock star. She's a fucking legend. She's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And like, but at the end of the day, it's just my grandma, and she just worked really hard, and got it. And won. And that's so cool. And for me, there's not a difference between me and my grandmother. And it's not a yin or yang, to answer your question. It's not a yin or yang. It's not a difference between my parents. It's not a contradiction between my parents. It's just a misunderstanding. We just speak two different languages. We have two different brains.
Wow.
And like, because you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm just like, and I think there's a difference between like somebody that is an artist and somebody that isn't. And I think that's a thing. And like, some people play music for sport. Some people are really fucking good at it. They're a hell of a lot better than I am. Some people play music because it's the only fucking thing that they know that they can do. And like, not out of disparity. I don't play music out of fucking disparity. At the end of the day, again, I was comfortable working at UPS. I was comfortable. I'd be comfortable. I could have been comfortable selling drugs with Jackie or some shit. It's so close. Like it's such a thin line between being an artist and being normal. And like, but at the end of the day, like you can't fake it. You can't fake your fucking way through. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it. And like the difference though is I love the fake it till you make it quote. I fucking love that. It's like, I will fucking fake it till I fucking make it. Because I'm a goddamn rock star, and that's the way it is.
Right.
And it's like, fuck it.
I hear that. Yeah.
It's an attitude. And like, I got punched in the face playing Wonderwall. I'm not punk enough, is what the guy fucking said. And I said, I played Wonderwall at a fucking punk show. You want to tell me two things about what's punk rock? Like, I knew that backlash was gonna fucking happen, and guess what? I was fucking right. And like, man, like punk's a fucking narrative, like punk's a fucking attitude. And at the end of the day, I'm taking the hits because this is what I fucking want to be. And like when I got threatened in my apartment, me and Stella, this other girl I was dating, we were walking out, and this guy's just like, oh my God, you're the fucking guy that sings in the park every damn day. Like, I gotta beat your ass. Apartment 18, huh? I'm gonna come up there and like shove a dildo up your ass, is what he said. And then Stella pulled me out, and she's like, Dave, look, like, is this what you want? Like, is this really what you want? Because that's not gonna fucking stop. There's 50 people that know your name in this town, and like, it's gonna suck when there's 9 million that know your name in that town. Is this what you really want to do? And I said, I mean, yeah, absolutely. And I haven't talked to her since, but yeah. And so like, and it's a deal breaker at the end of the day. And I wrote this song. It might be on a new record, probably won't. And it's pen and paper does more harm than good. And it's me talking about how I should have just been a fucking teacher, or I wish I had thought about that when I was a kid. I wish I was just like, was something else other than, when I was 11, I could have fucking played baseball, but instead I fucking took my dad's Epiphone and put it in my room and broke strings and put nicks into it. And I wrote songs about girls that didn't like me back, and I still do the same fucking shit. And so like, why? Like, why did I do that? And so it's like, and I think that this record talks about doubt and talks about regret. It talks about what I want. And that's why it's called It's All for Nothing. And it's like this, and it's the trilogy of my, it's all for fun, it's all for her, it's all for nothing. And that's the last one, hopefully, to this epilogue of David Russell autobiographical bullshit. And so like, me venting, I guess, and not this Nordista Freeze Fun Zone turned into David Russell venting for an hour. But
No,
yeah,
dude, this
it's
is
kind of funny.
perfect, man. This has been amazing.
Yeah. And
Um,
so, but yeah, and so for me, I don't know. I don't even. I think it was the yin and yang thing. So where it started. I don't. Yeah, it's not a yin and yang. It's not. It's just where me and my peers, everybody I know is different from it. There's a big difference, and I think it is me, and it is like it's oh, not everybody's crazy. I'm fucking crazy. It's not I'm fucking crazy either. It's just I'm just genuinely different, and I'm genuinely have a different take on music and songwriting and family and community. New York and the friends that I've brought here understand that.
yeah,
Nashville never does, and I don't think they ever will. And yeah, because they don't respect that type of thing. They just don't.
interesting, man. So,
They respect different types of people, and that's awesome. And I respect those people just the same because I would like they respect Nashville respects like hard work and whose roof are you building, or which is art. My dad sets tile for a living, has been for all of my life. The people
yeah.
respect my Phil for that a lot more than any song he's ever wrote, and that's a shame to me because I think that my dad is a great songwriter.
Do you think
But
that people like Hank and people like Charlie and like should they move to New York? Do you
Hank
tell
called
them
me
the
and
same
asked.
thing?
Hank called me and asked a week ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And you told him yeah, absolutely.
No, I told Hank that. Well, Hank loves Antioch. Hank loves Nolensville or Glencliff, that area, that southeast Nashville.
Sure.
It's his fucking stomping grounds, and I love that.
Yeah.
Him and Axel are doing really well, and they're writing the best songs they've ever written. Hank's making the best music I've ever heard in my life, right now.
Cool.
And he doesn't need New York. He doesn't benefit from family. He doesn't benefit from, well, he's had a great family. Charmin and Paul are great. He doesn't have, Caitlin's awesome. Caitlin and Savannah are all friends. They're all friends there. Briston's doing good too. And I like his record. Although he unfollowed me off of Instagram, it's fine. But,
Dang,
but
he
yeah,
did?
he did like a year ago. And I sent him a video. He didn't respond. But yeah, like I sent him
Oh
like a,
man. I'm sorry to
it's
hear
fine.
that.
I'll text him. But yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, and so it's fine. I think I lifted one of his riffs on the new album anyway. No, but I'll credit him for it maybe. But yeah, he can sue me, I guess. I've been trying to be like, Briston, I've been trying to talk to you for a year. No. Oh my God, this is funny. It's all on tape. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that like Nashville works for a lot of people. But me and you, at least I've always, but you know, I feel me and you are pretty different though. In like, me and you don't make music like Hank. Me and you don't make music like Savannah, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, and like, or Charlie's pretty fucking like she's
We
just
make
fucking
whatever we want to make, and it's not that they don't, but
exactly.
it's like it's not necessarily what's commercially perfectly accessible right now. It's like we make whatever we're inspired by, and that's not it. Our friends make great music too, but I know what you mean.
I think the difference is we make music for others and for our peers, and like that's a small wave that we're hitting. You know what I mean? It's for
Yeah.
our peers, and until you like we embrace that. I think it's like we embrace this is the best fucking scene in the world. That's what I have on my new Spotify. Hate to plug it, David Russell, but
Let's
anyway,
go,
yeah,
dude.
it's just normal David Russell. And like it's some
Spotify, baby.
yeah, right. And so I have like 40 monthly listeners. So and it should be 4 million by the end of this quarter. I
Let's
believe.
go, man. Let's do it. I'll get with
Exactly. And so, but yeah, and I'll never stop. My friends and me playlist, that's still there, and it opens up. I think with Homecoming Queen, bro, off a fucking
It
Space
does,
Ghost.
dude. Yeah.
Because that's the song that fucking made me. Yeah, when I saw you Freeze playing A7, that's the day that I wanted to fucking play music and I wanted to take music seriously.
Let's go,
At the
dude.
fucking end, and your cheetah print, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't remember what it was. You were playing solo acoustic, and I was like, this is not where I want to be. I want his same perspective. I want his view. I want to paint that probably is 200 people there. I want to make that seem like a stadium the same way that guy did.
Yeah,
So that's what I've done. And
dude.
me and you are on the same wave, and we speak the same language, and so that's why I was like, fuck yeah, come on, whatever. This couch is narrow, but it's long, and you'll fit just fine, and no rent required.
I
But
appreciate the
yeah,
invite, man. I will seriously consider it.
do it for a weekend, dead
Yeah,
ass. Like I don't know how your financial situation is, but Nashville's fucking fine. You guys can find a job easier than I can, so no bullshit. No, I don't want to hear any bullshit. Get your fucking ass down here and come play in the fucking park. And you tell me if you want to live in New York. You ask me why. I'll ask you why. Like it's so real.
yeah,
It's so
cool.
awesome here.
Yeah, straight
It's
up,
so
dude.
cool. And like, dude, and it's so crazy how like how like fairy tale the scene was, and like the scene we had in Nashville, and like the people I know, and like, dude, like, and like I just am excited to hear the memoir from Nordista Freeze.
Straight up, dude.
How I turned like how I turned 2020 from no tours and nothing to me, considering what does tour mean? What does tour do for you? It's not tour itself, and I'll tell you that. It's the community, it's the family of it. It's the challenge of it. New York City is that every day, but it's not as you can take a shower though every day, and you guys can eat at the same pizza place. So
Yeah,
like, but it has the other parts of tour that you're gonna love, and
yeah.
you do reach a new crowd every single day, but you also keep a consistency as well, and it just builds. All it
I
goes
hear
is
that.
up. And like Nashville, I feel like people move out of Nashville. People go to college. People move to New York. People
Right.
come to New York. New
Yeah,
York's the destination. It's not just a spot. It's not just a spot on fucking Weezer's tour guide. Like that, and it wasn't even a spot on Weezer's tour guide for Hella Mega. It's Atlanta, and then I realized Atlanta's just Nashville. Why was I? What do you like? Atlanta's Nashville, and when I realized that, that when I heard that girl's song Kingston. You've been talking about Kingston. Whose song is that?
I don't know.
I love that song. I'm gonna look at it real quick. When I heard her record, and I saw that it was cut in Nashville and Atlanta, I think that's where she's from. Is it from Atlanta? When I saw that, I was like, Nashville and Atlanta are sister cities, and it's so crazy that we don't share the same artists enough, and we don't do that enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I pulled up my fucking Spotify, and my whole face went dark.
yeah, that was crazy, dude.
But yeah, it's so weird. And like, I don't know. I just love the city, and there really is a place for people like you. There's a necessity for people like you right now. I think if you have a rolling PA, Cube Street, bring it because I want it. But yeah, that'll be your rent. But yeah, that's what I think. What are your thoughts?
Thoughts on what? Everything?
Yeah, I don't know. My brain, your brain. Am I delusional? Do I think that I'm just that me and Nordista Freeze are just thinking the same, or is that just my 15-year-old David Russell talking?
I don't think you're delusional at all, man. And I definitely respect your work ethic, and I totally see the appeal of New York. I see the appeal in a true sense that connects to me as well, and I see it specifically for you. When I hear you talking, about your story, like sharing your story today, like it totally makes sense why you would. I mean, New York has always seemed like a place that would do well for David X, and especially like I get why you had to leave Nashville. I get why you didn't feel like it was the place. Like that totally makes sense. And so yeah, no, I don't think you're crazy at all, and I think you're going to do really great stuff. I'm excited to see and have you come back on here, and we'll also hopefully see each other sometime. Maybe we can hang over Christmas.
Do it.
But
Oh wait, I'm coming to Nashville, right? I was like,
yeah,
fucking do it.
exactly.
Come over here.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see the trees. Come ice skate.
yeah. Yeah, dude, and but also let's hop back on another fun zone when you've got the next song or whatever, and we'll keep talking, and we'll see
Well, I'll tell you
the
what.
success happen.
Yeah, well, I secretly released a whole catalog. Did you pull up my Spotify yet? Did you see
Yes,
that?
dude. Yeah, I was just
So
looking
I
at it.
haven't talked about this, and I won't, because at the end of the day, I've oversaturated myself, and I've oversaturated
Is that
my
bad?
what?
Is that bad? You think?
No, it's not. It makes sense. It's just I oversaturated a small pond, so like when you pollute the water, you polluted the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. If we're talking about marketing and stuff. But anyway, her accessory and bad is so. Also, you'll see a problem with this. If you look up David Russell, there's like too many David Russell profiles, and some of them have my music, and some of them don't. And like
What?
other people's, well, it's just because you know how distribution is. sometimes.
Totally.
And so that kind of sucks. There's a song called Bad as a Sin. It's pretty recent. I think it's probably like a week old, maybe. Bad as a Sin. It's on my This Is David Russell playlist. And Her Accessory are both the two songs that off of the new album. It's All for Nothing. If I even fucking release it, dude. But like, cause it's so dark. Like, these songs aren't. Well, they are a little bit, but like this record's so dark. Like you have Ego, Pride, Suicide, which is the ending track on this album, and there's some crazy guitar solo that I do with the exercises that I've came up with, understanding the chord theory that I have now.
Yeah.
You have If You Go Out Tonight, I Will Riot, which is this other song that's super grungy and tom focused and feedbacks and it's a metal song at the end of the day, but it just talks about that. Monday Can't Come Sooner, talking about like, and there's another track is like talking about the drug use of all my friends in Nashville and like how like I can't wait for Monday to come so like we can fuck the weekend, you know what I mean? Because like I hate it because everybody just like gets blasted out of their minds. And like, so for me, I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot of music out. So it like, and this is me talking to you, not anybody talking in this video, but listen to that shit, dude.
Word.
And like, I'll send you, and I think I sent you Ego, Pride, Suicide. I don't know if you listened to that.
Mm-hmm.
You did. Okay, so yeah, it's a sick song. It's like it's dark and it's heavy and it's cool and like, and it's just talking about like,
Yeah, man.
like yeah, it's just like this whole like low self-esteem is not my scene. Like that's talking about like nobody wants to dance and like that and like how it's it's just a different thing and like and like you gotta god damn it, you're worth it, you gotta rule that type of mind is a line in that song. And it's just all those like, and it's all real and it's also like from me, and so and I believe everything I say. You'll hear on the album I talk about the people I know. I talk about them directly. I name drop everybody.
That's cool, man.
That matters to me and so much. And like these are all, and it's out of so much like longing and like that love for these people that have inspired me. I've got already got a text from fucking Jackie saying like, oh man, fuck you for saying my name in your record, and Gracie already got me blocked. So, but yeah, and so it's just
man.
it's whatever. She's got a boyfriend. When they break up, she'll call me down. Fuck it, go. But yeah, anyway, she's got an invite to the Grammys. I'll buy her a Rolls Royce. But anyway, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's so real, and like everything that I want to be doing forever is just keep telling my story and in the story, and like not out of ego or vanity. It's just because this is what I have to do. It's therapeutic for me. It's a release for sure. And like, and I'm only hoping that, or not even that I'm hoping, I'm so grateful that it's not even that I'm grateful. I don't even know what I want to say. It's like the receipts that I have from kids from fucking Ohio or there's a couple Swedish fans that I have, and just some guys I've met on SoundCloud, and all these messages I get every fucking day about how these songs are changing these kids' lives and their perspectives on life, and that's only the fuel to the fire that I've had since I was a kid, man. When I was in kindergarten, when Miss Ozak said, "Do you want to be a rock star? What do you want to be when you grow up?" I was a rock star and president. I haven't changed my fucking mind since. And like that fuel of, of people being like that know me better than anybody else does because they listen to my fucking shit, and like it's crazy, and they're just like, man, I understand, I love it, I love everything you're doing, and like this has inspired me to do this, or this is helping me through college, or this is helping me through 8th grade. I love that. And like that for me, and I mean, I'm sure like that you know that well enough because you've got the same affirmation over this fucking Zoom call. But yeah, like, and that's such a difference between like you and I as well. Like how we are in different leagues, but like I feel like we're in the same fucking planet.
I don't know, man.
What?
I think we're in the same spot, dude, for sure.
Well, like, and that's what like, and I mean, I talk about you with every single person that I talk to, just because of how much you've influenced, not influenced, but inspired me to pick up a guitar and to play out and to play the end, or to play fucking, Freeze Fest 2 or whatever, which one I played. But yeah. And so I talk about you with every person that I talk to. And every time I talk about you, it's always, I wish that Freeze would write a song right now about his experience right now. And like, I want to hear what is going on I don't know, that's what I also did. And I don't know if it sounded like you were concluding things for a second. I don't know if that's what you're trying to do, if we hit the hour mark or not.
We have hit the hour mark, but we can,
Yeah, I want to hear a song about like doubt and perseverance from you specifically. And personally, and I don't know if you write those or if you've written those already, and I don't know what's in your fucking iCloud voice memos folder, but like I write so many songs like that now, and like about doubt and about perseverance and about respect for others, and how far the top is or how close it is, or in that frustration with that oasis of, Oasis versus Mirage and shit like that. And I haven't written that. You go and take it. But Oasis versus Mirage, you gotta love that shit. David Russell, Commercial Life. Freeze's Fun Zone. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, and so like that Oasis or Mirage of like, what is success? What does it mean? And I don't give a fuck about success. I give a damn less. I do want a Grammy really bad, but that's about it to me. But I want a family of peers and musicians. I want a family of an audience. So that's what it's all for, I think. Personally. And so that's what, and like with nothing in return.
It's all for nothing.
It's all for nothing. Always has been at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think that we'll talk after the show as well. I think it might be for the best. But yeah, and so
after the show?
After this show.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you got. Do you have anything to do in the next 45 minutes?
I was probably gonna make some dinner, and
I gotta make dinner as well.
I got another Fun Zone coming up later tonight. And
with who?
It's a crazy one. I don't know. It's like they're not musicians. It's like some people that wanted to meet each other, and they said they want to meet each other on the show. So
yeah, okay, that's super. Yeah. Also, the friends that I've made at your shows, Grace Hall, love that girl till the day I fucking die, dude. That's a girl that literally, she left to go to Chicago, right?
Yeah.
And she is the best artist I know, and I hope that she fucking she's my favorite artist I've ever seen. Ever seen her stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, totally.
I love her art.
Yeah, she's so amazing. Awesome. Yeah. I think she's absolutely incredible too. I miss seeing her around. She's doing great stuff.
She's so cool. She makes the coolest stuff. But yeah, I love her art. I don't know. I don't know. Like who else? Bo Turrentine, of course, my fucking guy.
Bo shouted you out. His episode's coming out pretty soon here. I was editing.
He did? What'd he say? What'd he say?
I can't remember exactly. Well, I'll have to go back and watch it. But we were talking about you. He was talking about how he thought you were literally my brother for like 6 months.
Oh my God. I think I said that to him.
You were like, that's my brother up there. And he was like, oh, cool. And then he said for like 6 months, he was like, yeah, David X and Freeze are brothers.
At least, I don't know. I feel like honestly, it's so weird how like accumulated, I probably only spent like 12 hours with you. If we really think
no way.
What do you think? Maybe 24?
Yeah. Maybe more like 30. Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I don't know, though. We spent a lot of time together. I mean, I bet it'd actually be more than that, though. Every show, every party, every Salt Fest and Freeze Fest. And
it's been, hey, how are you? But like,
maybe.
The time spent. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference.
And but it's also been like you come over to my house after the Christmas party and
I don't remember that. When did that happen? Oh, I do remember that.
You and Emmy, came over after my Christmas party.
And I showed you Chloe Lilac, who's across the fucking river.
Yeah, I follow her, dude.
Dude, she needs to get back to me because I want her to feature on this album because I love her songwriting. It's so awesome. But yeah, she made it big. Dude. She did pretty good. She's with RCA.
She's doing great.
Her and everybody else is on RCA. Where's our RCA cut?
It's coming, man. Maybe if we wanted to.
I don't know, dude. I told Ian Block, he's the head of Columbia. Or some guy at Columbia, I said that I'm going to be jumping in the East River until he gives me a record deal. And he told me I'm going to be waiting a long fucking time.
Whoa.
So,
whatever.
Have you seen my music video?
Which one?
Just a fun yellow one. It was like a cover.
I think I have. I don't remember though. Let's see. What is it?
You would remember it. It was pretty fucking funny. Like I jumped
Really?
into the East River.
I guess I haven't. I feel like I've seen a music video though of yours.
Yeah, I've only have one. Well, and it was just for my roommate's project.
Maybe it's
Also,
just been your vlogs and stuff on YouTube.
what are your thoughts on those? Are those cool or not?
I think it's awesome, man. I think it's really inspiring. I think everybody should be doing everything, like I think just go for it, That's why I'm doing this, why you're doing that, just create stuff, tell stories, make art, impact culture, That's what it's
I
all
think
about.
it'll ring unbelievably hard in New York City, and they need you. I think. But then again, dude, you dead ass hold Nashville together though. Sometimes, like the DIY scene does not exist without Nordista. Like you have paved so many fucking ways. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like I don't
appreciate
know if
that,
you
man.
believe that. Like I don't know if or maybe you do. Nobody does it like you fucking do, dude. And like that is like you are the reason why I think that Nashville's sick personally. But it's just because Nordista Freeze is sick. Fuck Nashville. Like they have
Yeah.
their venues are awesome, and you're never gonna find a better sound system than Nashville. I don't
Yeah.
think. But dude, Nordista fucking Freeze is the only reason why is why the scene's awesome.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me. It's been good talking to you, man.
It's been real.
For real. Thank you for saying that. Thanks for the encouragement. And, I look forward to talking more. So
yeah, we'll do it. Well, yeah. So in conclusion, It's All for Nothing is coming.
That's right.
I'm going to be making art for my own reason of it's what I do.
It's awesome, man. You inspire me. So the tables have turned. I'm inspired by David
Tables
X.
have turned. That's all I want to fucking do. That's
Come
so
on,
sick.
man. It's true, man. It's true. For real. You really do inspire me. I appreciate you taking time.
It's called It's All for David Russell.
It's That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Dude,
You need to get a feature on my record. That'd be sick.
hit me up anytime, man.
I don't know. Oh, when you write a super sick verse and you're just like, oh my god, this kind of reminds me of David Russell. We'll just put it on my album.
Word. Okay.
I don't know. I want this. Yeah, I don't know about I've never wrote a song with somebody else. I don't know if you knew that. Have you?
Yeah, man, a little bit. I do some co-writes. I got a song that is hopefully going to be dropping soon with my friend Nathaniel Banks, who is in the band Arlie.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited about.
You guys are pretty tight.
Yeah, we're tight. We're friends for sure. We're for real friends,
For real friends. I feel like me and Freeze are for real family.
Dude,
we're like
for sure,
cousins,
man.
dude. We're like cousins. I just catch you on Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is called Freeze Fest.
I can see that. I like that. I like that. I actually like that a lot.
I don't know. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a big family reunion every year.
Yeah, man. Well, Freeze Fest 6 is coming, so before the end of 2022.
There's already 6.
Yeah, this will be Freeze Fest 6.
40 years of David Russell in the national scene. I'll be down.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god. Can I play?
I'll hit you up, man. We'll see if we can do it.
For real, dude.
It's
and Axel are gonna have the best rock band.
It's gonna be a lot different this Freeze Fest because it's not gonna be in person, but
oh really?
Yeah, just because of COVID.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be happening before the end of the year.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
dude, this is some news.
It's actually
that's like weeks, dude.
Yeah. I'm about to. I just have an idea. I don't know.
That's sick.
We'll see.
Oh my god, I want to know the lineup, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, you'll soon.
Wow. Now we'll see if David Russell's on it. If he's not, it's fine.
We'll see if he's on it, man.
That'd be so cool.
Well, what did that guy say? Oh, and keep swimming, David.
Fuck it. I'll fucking swim to the end of the other side. I don't give a fuck.
That's what I figure, man. Dude, let's wrap this, man. Thank you for talking with me, and let's do it again sometime.
Bye.
Well, I can't wait to follow up. I'll have like 10 fun zones, and you'll be like, 25, and I'll have seen this whole story.
That'd be so cool.
It would be so
watch
cool.
him. Everybody watch my fucking movies. David Russell. Watch it right after this fucking show. Maybe watch another Freeze Fest.
I'll link to it in the YouTube link.
Oh yeah, youtube.com/DavidX.
Yeah, man.
Vibe.
Take it easy, bro. Yeah. Have a great night, man. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, David X. Russell. Thank you so much for joining the Fun Zone. That was intense. That was inspiring. That's exactly what I was hoping for. So thank you, David X, for challenging me and pushing me to be the best artist I can. And I'm excited to see what you do next. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. It would mean the world to me if you liked and subscribed. Just help grow this thing. Help me keep reaching out to artists and growing the fun zone. And follow David X. Watch his videos. Follow me on Instagram if you want to keep in touch. Be my friend. Just DM me. I always try to hit people back as soon as I can. So thank you. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.